Let's turn to a leading businessman, and they don't get much bigger than John Caudwell, who is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, of course, set up phones for you. Good to have you on, sir. So what will the view of British businessmen and women be to this deal? How would you react to it? Morning, John.
Good morning, Nick. Yes, I think it's clearly a mixed bag, but let's just break it down into a number of components. I think, firstly, is it a good deal under the circumstances? Yes, it's phenomenal. I think the hand that Keir Starmer has played, going over to Trump and being his sycophant and offering him a state visit, has kept the relationship warm and sweet, and I think that's put us in a good place to do this deal. Is it an amazing deal compared to where we were before? Absolutely not. No, I mean, cars were 2.5%, went up to 25% under Trump's tariff war, and now down to 10%. Steel and aluminium went from 0 to 25 and back to 0. Now, that could be a very clever play on Trump's part, or I'm not sure how much steel and aluminium we can produce for him, but given the war between Canada and America, where a lot of the steel and aluminium comes from, he's lost a lot of supply materials there, and now he's gained the supply materials from the UK if we can step up. So, I think the US have played a clever hand as well, but I think we're in the very, very best possible situation that we could be expected to be in. I think there's a bit of concern, of course, about imports into the UK of beef and ethanol from the US agricultural industry. And I think farming is a tough game in Britain, and the Americans do it on massive scale, and their food hygiene is not very good on the whole. So there's risks there.
Is this, as President Trump seems to characterise it, John, some kind of Brexit bonus?
I think it is a Brexit bonus, as is probably India. But the interesting thing is, I think this is good for Trump because he needs to show the world, he needs to show his own party that these deals can come off and get away from the madness that's been introduced. I think the positive for Trump there is that this sets the way maybe to influence other countries to try and do the same. But, what's very obvious from the rhetoric coming out of America is for some reason he's very anti-Europe and the EU. So I think we are in an extremely privileged situation compared to that. And we all know what he said about Canada and China. So, I think we're in the best of a very bad world. And I think Britain's done an amazing job here. So am I very pleased this morning? Yes, I am. But would I have been more pleased before Trump? Yes, I would.
Lastly, noting that you were, I repeat, a prominent Conservative supporter, Kemi Badenoch didn't like the India deal. She doesn't like the US deal. Is this very grown-up politics from the Conservative leader, John?
Oh, I get sick, Nick. I get sick of them playing politics. Why the hell can't we just do the best for Britain and call a spade a spade? The Labour Party have made a lot of mistakes, in my opinion, on the budget. There's a lot of things they could have done differently and should have done differently. There's other things they should have done that they've not done. But, these two deals are historic moments for Britain in the situation that we're in at the moment, and that's all you can judge from.
Have a good weekend. Always good speaking with you. Thanks, John. John Caudwell, entrepreneur, businessman, philanthropist, of course, set up the phones retailer Phones for You.